Hello, folks. This is Joe from MIGeekScene. I'm at the GVSU Ren Fair. I'm here with Kristie Karmada Good, who has been a notable cosplayer that I've met throughout the years. Kristie, how are you doing today?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. The weather is beautiful today, thank goodness, because it rained a lot yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm thankful that it's not raining right now during this interview.
For sure.
Why is the picture so gloomy? Look, I could find some shade without having sun blast into our faces. But you are a cosplayer.
Yes.
What was your first exposure to cosplay?
My first exposure to cosplay was actually, oddly enough, through Halloween and through JFAX, which takes place at, well, it used to take place at Grand Valley University.
Where we're at right now.
Where we're at currently, but is now moved downtown. And I got introduced to it for a Halloween costume with a friend of mine who also works this festival. And she's like, hey, let's do this character from this show. And I'm like, that sounds fun. And then I got told, hey, there's a convention on campus and you can wear your cosplay costumes there. And I'm like, what? You can? And then I was hooked ever since, and I've been making costumes since, oh gosh, I think it was 2001.
Yeah,
when I made my
was
first one.
First anime con and first con ever. Blew my mind. I've never done cosplay myself, but I always have an appreciation for the dedication of the craft that everybody shows. Even if it's like whether you made your costume or you purchased your costume. I always think it's awesome that people take the chance to express themselves through cosplay.
All costumes count.
Your cosplay handle is Karmada.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's funny. It's actually a street sign by a neighborhood I used to live by. It's a little tiny, like, one-block road, and I'm like, that would be a really cool character name. And I thought it was neat, and then the internet happened, and I'm like, shoot, I need to come up with a name to use in these forums. And I'm like, hey, I'll use this one, and I've been stuck with it ever since.
All right. Do you have any favorite? I know. Sorry, generic question time, folks. Do you have any favorite characters that you like to cosplay as?
Oh my gosh! So it changes from year to year. It's like I've said before. It's like picking your favorite child. Currently, the costumes I really get a kick out of wearing is I love my Weaver costume, which is a job class from Final Fantasy XIV with this long, like, double-breasted coat with coattails and this giant, like, double top hat with a huge feather, and I feel so, like, flamboyant in it, and it's great to just flounce around. The other one I like to wear, and I've probably been seen around here and there, is my Halo armor.
Okay, yes, I do recall that.
Yep, I got to make a set of Halo armor that both my husband and I have a set, and they're characters from the show Red vs. Blue.
Now, I do remember back in the day when you used to run the JFAX cosplay contest.
Yes.
You and your husband had showed up as characters from Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes. Oh, that was one of our
And you acted that out,
ones.
too.
We did. That was a lot of fun. Because what we like to do is we're very theatrical. We like to, if we're going to run a show, we're going to give a show.
It's like acting.
Acting. That's the best part. So we actually started the show where he brought me in, like, in the beginning of the Shadow of the Colossus. I was dressed as the girl he's trying to save, so I basically was like a dead corpse. And then he laid me on the table, and then he did the shiny thing with his sword and walked off as if he was going to go attack a Colossus. And then I paused for a moment. Everyone's like, what's going on? What's going on? And then I popped up, and I'm like, welcome to the masquerade.
It didn't, if memory serves correct, it probably didn't end well for him if you're going to go really by Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, no.
Not at all. Are there any upcoming costumes that you're working on?
Actually, yes. I am working on them. I'm crossing my fingers to get at least one of them done for the Grand Rapids Comic Con. So, plug for that. I will be giving cosplay panels there. I have 4 of them going on. I don't remember them off the top of my head. I know one of them is the beginning cosplay. I have a brand new one, How to Schlep Like a Pro, so I have to finish writing that one up. But anyway, the costumes I'm working on, I am making one of the Luca, I'm going to butcher the name, I'm so sorry, Megurine. She's a Vocaloid. It's one of the fancy frilly outfits.
You better watch yourself for butchering someone's name.
I'm so sorry if I said that wrong.
That is not correct. I can't, no validity to what you do whatsoever.
People, take it down a notch. It's going to be okay.
It's okay. It's the Fraulein, which is the German word for, like, lady or something like that. But it's a really frilly, floofy outfit, and I've got half of it done. I've got works in progress up on my cosplay page. And then another one I'm working on is the original Queen Serenity from Sailor Moon.
Okay.
At the very beginning, the big mermaid dress. I'm going to be super sparkly in it. So if I'm crossing my fingers, I can get one of the 2 done for the Grand Rapids Comic Con.
All right. But the main reason why I'm doing an interview with Kristie is she is now an author.
Yes.
And she has a new book.
Yes.
What's the name of your book?
The name of the book is called Epic Cosplay Costumes, and it has a very long subtitle, so I'm going to read it from the front of the book.
Oh, no.
A step-by-step guide to making and sewing your own costume designs. And it is a book for beginners. It has a whole slew of cool techniques and basically how to introduce yourself to sewing without it being super scary. And then also included, I want to say, are about 15 different tutorials on basic garments. So I've got like t-shirts and circle skirts and rectangle skirts, pairs of pants, like if you want to make a drawstring pants. I even have one of my more popular items to be asked for is how to make boot covers that attach to shoes. So if you're interested in how to do that, that's in here. There's also a really handy guide at the end about how to attend conventions.
Oh, actually, wow, that's...
So I cover all the bases in the book.
What inspired you to create this book?
Well, there's a lot of people when I do my panels, I get a lot of beginners, a lot of people who are scared to try or scared to start because it's such a big world. It's very overwhelming, I could see, especially with all the media attention that cosplay gets these days. And so I wanted to make a warm, inviting beginner's guide that shows you it's not that scary and it's not that hard to make costumes. You're gonna start and then, honestly, you probably can't stop. It's kind of like eating potato chips. Once you have one, you gotta have more.
It depends on how bad your heart condition is.
This is true.
You got to lay off the lays. If people wanted to find this book, where could they go?
It can be found online currently at Amazon.com or at the Barnes & Noble website. If you type in Epic Cosplay Costumes, it'll have a wonderful picture of the front of the book. You can buy it there, and oftentimes when I am either giving panels or sometimes I will actually be selling in the Artist Alley at conventions, I will have my book on hand, and you can purchase them there. I will also sign them on site, and if you've purchased a book online and bring it to me, I will also sign it for you there.
Awesome. And final question.
Yes.
What would you like to say to all the cosplayers out there, especially ones that have attended your panels?
I would like to say, get out there and keep making costumes. It's a lot of fun, and make as much as you can that, obviously within your budget. Let's be safe here. But get creative, get daring, do those things you've always wanted to do. And because that inspiration will lead you down amazing paths, and you'll suddenly be making giant ball gowns and you hadn't even realized it.
All right, well, Kristie, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you so much.
Well, folks, this is Joe from MIGeekScene at the GVSU Ren Fair. Boy, I'm even stumbling over my own ending. I'm here with Kristie Karmada Good. Take it easy.